Hello, what is up, folks? Mio Adlan here once again for another session of the Act Now Hot Issue. What's for lunch? Today's Wednesday. Hope you guys are having a great midweek. Happy Wednesday so far, and hope you guys have had your lunch all prepared later. Dan sebelum anda menikmati juadah makanan tengah hari anda, let us be together with you on your screens for us to actually share with you all of the hot issues, all of the latest topics, whatever is that's going on with our country, within our own community, as well as maybe our neighboring countries as well. And we do hope that you guys share this video across your own platforms, because why, we do want to make sure that a lot of people out there are able to actually hear from us. A lot of people are able to actually get more information of what we want to talk about today. And of course, as normal, as obvious, I'm never doing this alone. I will not dare do this alone. I have my very special partner in crime to handle all of this hot panas issue that we have, Mr. Melvin Lam. Hey, Melvin, what is up?
Hi. It's not that panas, a very cool morning, in fact.
Yeah, actually, it has been a very gloomy morning. I was just doing my laundry this morning and I was afraid that aku tak sempat kering because cuaca macam very gloomy and very mendung and whatnot. Hopefully, it will become a bit heatier throughout the afternoon and hopefully tak hujan lah, Melvin. Susah baju ni sebab yelah kita basuh baju kan almost every other day to make sure that we have nice clothes and everything. So, how do you do your laundry?
I let it dry naturally. So when it's dry, I just have to collect back. Otherwise, to keep it dry.
So you don't hang it outside, is it? Do you hang it in the
outside?
You hang it
It's hanged outside, but not exposed to the weather. It's covered.
Okay. So you don't get the ultimate sunlight and the ultimate heat from the sun lah, basically.
That will spoil the color, isn't it? A direct heat.
Okay. I tak pandai benda-benda ni. I letak je. No, I letak je dekat tengah panas, make sure that it's dry, make sure that it smells nice from the fabric softener and from whatever detergent
right.
I was using for. Why are we talking about laundry? Kita bukan cerita nak pasal laundry sebenarnya. We're not talking about laundry, but we want to share with you guys
household topics probably.
kita nak mempelbagaikan. We want to mix it up a bit, and just asking how people's lives are. Granted the fact that right now you're in your office, people are able to actually visit their office once again. Granted with the SOPs in phase 1 and phase 2. Again, this has been the first week, the first 3 days that you're back in the office. You must be feeling it already. Granted, with the environment that is so foreign to you for the past 6-8 months, you're not able to actually go to the office. How has it been like?
Well, I feel so. I told you we started on Monday. This is our third day. I woke up something like 5 o'clock in the morning. I was so excited to come back to the office.
It's like morning Christmas morning kan, macam dapat present kan, bangun awal.
I'm ready. I'm still feel fresh. I am ready to work. Come in the morning, and today is well probably before 6. I woke up because I say, this morning I have to attend an early meeting. So we have to rush back to the office. So I enjoyed my office because something I learned. This is interesting. This is from the CEO of a bank. He said you should, if you have any opportunities, you have to dress up or make sure that your office is something like your house, your home, your room, so that you feel enjoying in that environment. You do not be stressed out. You don't feel like I'm working, even though you're working.
But don't you miss working from home? Don't you miss having that accessibility? Your kitchen is there, your bed is there, your TV is there. Don't you miss working from home?
Yes and no. I think weekends I do that because when I'm doing lockdown, I spend too much time in the kitchen. And in front of my TV, in front of TV. And then after the show, you cook, because I enjoy cooking, and then some TV, a bit of exercise. So things are so routine, Now because back to office, most offices now open. They tend to interact with a lot of people. We're trying to discuss a lot of things, what we're going to do in the near future, and get things moving. You know.
Yeah, one thing
I
for
don't
sure
want-
that I can tell you that your neighbors are glad that you're not working from home anymore, because if not at 12 o'clock in the afternoon, you'll be like so loud, so intense in Hot Issue, What's for Lunch every single day. I think your neighbors would be very glad the fact that you're out of the house and doing this in the hotel and not
No,
disturbing
I
their
think they will
afternoon.
miss my cooking because I share my food.
Yeah, that's what neighbors are all about, right? Speaking about neighbors, I purposely brought up
Yeah.
the neighbor topic here, is because that's the first topic that we want to talk about. We want to talk about neighbors here. We want to talk about not just our physical neighbors, our jiran from the rumah sebelah, or our jiran in the office area. We want to talk about our friendly neighbors down south, which is the country of Singapore. Singapore has been well known, especially within the first year and a half, how they've handled things very well down there. In regards of COVID, they are able to actually control COVID infection. It has been spreading very, very little amongst its people. Also throughout the whole Changi Airport issue, there were a couple of issues here and there initially, but overall, in general, Singapore has been very diligent and very proper in taking care of their own in regards of COVID-19 spread. But lately, it has been reported that they have not able to control the pandemic quite proper, because there's been a lot more cases that has been reported coming out of Singapore. Is Singapore's COVID-19 situation is out of control? That's what we're trying to figure out. That's what we're trying to highlight on today's topic. And Melvin, 1,000 sehari for Singapore is quite a large number of new COVID cases, isn't it?
Yes, it is, but I don't think it's out of control. If you learn more, I mean, it has been increased since September 19, but then those cases are very much under control. It says that only 10 to 15% of the COVID-19 patients in Singapore are expected to need hospital care. With these current cases, because it's all because of the new variants, Delta variants. But then it's less so-called intensive. Means everyone needs to go to hospital. They actually can actually be at home, so-called to instead of going to hospital and jam up whole hospital and ICU and all these things. So it's still under much control, but as I say, this is they're probably under endemic. It's something, we can't get rid of them, but it's the new norm. So, but it's less severe.
Yeah.
You know?
No, but no, funny you should mention that, because when you say that Singapore has recorded 1,000 cases a day for the past few days, you say that it's under control. You look at Selangor, for instance. Selangor, we've been recording 4,000, 5,000 cases, but it has been going down 3,000, 2,000. I think we have actually come to the lowest in the longest months that we have experienced COVID-19. Yes. But the perception towards the state of Selangor, which is definitely so much bigger than the country of Singapore, a lot of people would give the opinion that Selangor is out of control. People are still being careless. People are not taking care of themselves. But now we're looking at Singapore. They are having 1,000 cases a day. It has been prolonging for about a few days now. And you say that it is under control. Is it a bit biased when you look at Singapore versus the state of Selangor, for instance? Because that's not really that much of a difference. Our counts are also not that severe in regards of stage 4 and 5 COVID-19 patients, right?
Yes, I think why is it under control? Because I would say they reached the herd vaccinations already, and then they are looking at vaccinating children under 12 years old as early as 2022, which is coming soon, and they also are rolling out the booster. Will kick off the national COVID-19 vaccine booster as early as this September 15. They have already done that.
Okay.
So I think to be fair, I mean for Selangor, it's not under control until now, because there's a lot of industries areas are actually the players are not bringing forward, or they should organize the PV so-called centers at their own industrial areas rather than send out and all these things. And I believe also the illegal immigrants is also part to play. But I think Singapore is more tighter control. Right?
Okay, you don't have to look for. I mean, like
I believe this number. We are not telling about numbers. Numbers now, I don't think is material for me to be alarmed anymore. As long as we reach herd so-called vaccinations. Everyone have a high. I think we reported yesterday something like 80% of the adult populations in Malaysia has been fully vaccinated. I hope now it's for those under 18, the children themselves. So the cases might increase because I've been vaccinated, you yourself vaccinated, but we might also able to be so-called contacted cases. I mean, COVID-19 cases because of the new variants, but it's less severe.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I mean, like, giving Selangor as example could be a bit, could be a bit so much difference there because again, the state of Selangor is so much bigger than the country of Singapore. Look at Labuan, for instance. Labuan is the only federal territory, or should I say, the only state in Malaysia right now who is in phase 4, who basically, literally, is enjoying life how as it was, apart from having to wear masks and still following SOPs like physical distancing, but they're able to follow their lives as well as they can. So we can make it in Labuan, and obviously because Singapore is so small, it's much more easier to control, it's much more easier to enforce such laws because they're only that small piece of land. Besar ni je saja nak sebut. I mean, like, loving Singaporeans, hi Singapore, how are you guys? But again, it
does not matter.
yeah, tapi itulah, because like when people talk about Singapore, how great of a job that they're doing, because again, they don't really need to deal with so much things compared to Selangor. More land mass, more people, more industry, more jokers, more criminals in Selangor. So there's nothing to compare, isn't it? You cannot really compare between how Singapore.
We don't compare. I don't know who wants to compare, but then I say Singapore is under control. Probably is the so-called a smaller area. The infrastructure is there. They're able to reach out easier. Of course, compared to Selangor, I mean, those in the Klang Valley, I mean, it's easier. Like those big city like Shah Alam, Petaring Jaya is easier. But you go further down to the to the Kampong, further up, it's hard to reach sometimes. Or they will find difficulties, the folks there, to travel to the center for the vaccinations appointment. So probably that is why it had to be a different type of implementations. The authorities have to reach them. In Singapore, you can probably just take an MRT, whatever. It's so easy. Just go to one center to another center. You know?
Yeah. And it is not our intentions, fellow viewers. It is not our intentions to ridicule what Singapore has actually been doing, because again, I mean, like, granted, they are a small country and they're able to actually, get herd immunity very quickly, and they're able to actually roll out vaccination for teenagers between 13 to 17, and soon for 12 and under, starting of the year 2032. All we Malaysians can do is take Singapore as an example of how can it be implemented within our own capabilities, within our own style, and then within our own ways, of course, and not just like, dengki, or should I say, being jealous of our brothers and sisters down the Tebrau, Selat Tebrau lah, basically.
Yeah, we should not be jealous because this is something about life. Why should we be jealous? But we should be doing what's the best for our country.
There's always going to be jealousy lah. We always compare our nasi lemak lah, our kuih tiao lah, our bak kuteh lah, our chicken rice lah. That's always going to be competitive.
This is we the humans is at fault. We don't want to compare as such, because I say you can say that the country is small. They have their population is much lesser than us. It's easy to control, but yet we can't say, oh, now you're increasing back, because the virus. Always new virus. After Delta, don't know what comes in. It'll be probably stronger and all this thing, but it's less severe. The whole thing we have to understand. We talk about endemic. What's endemic? We are still living with it, but it's much under control. So, but I do hope our children's programs roll up soon, because school going to start very soon. I think next month, right? Certain age group, they are able to attend schools and all this thing, exam and all this thing. So we hope for the best. But it is now, I'm so immune, probably I'm immune. The numbers do not excite me anymore.
Yeah, understand. I mean, like, whatever that's been published, 20,000 ke, 10,000 ke, 15,000 ke, is just a number to us. As long as we take care of ourselves, we are fully vaccinated, and we jaga our SOPs. I think that's all that we can do, right?
What excites me and got me heated up is those people go around and throw rubbish.
Tak habis lagi cerita semalam ke? Nak sambung lagi cerita semalam?
Yeah, we have more cerita on this.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, like, yeah. But last word on this particular topic that we have. The first one is, yeah. I mean, regardless, however the situation is down in Singapore, that shows how powerful this COVID-19 is. Regardless of whatever variant that they are, it is very powerful. It can just bring up just like that. It can turn your life upside down in a matter of seconds. So, just a note to all Malaysians out there. Granted, we are now, experiencing a normality a bit. We should not
Yeah.
leave our guard down. We should always still be wary and be cautious in all of the things that we do moving forward. Speaking about letting our guards down, moving forward, and I thought Melvin sebab tu dia dah bagi tahu dah. Actually, the intro of the next topic that we want to talk about is that, ingat tak, only about a few weeks ago, I think it was only a week ago, when the state of Selangor in the Klang Valley, for instance, we were given the opportunity to experience life a bit more. Kita dah boleh pergi berkelah, kita dah boleh pergi hiking, kita dah boleh pergi mandi sungai. We can go and experience waterfall and everything. What came out after that? The things that came out were very, very alarming and very tak masuk akal and very, again, stupid, I might add. Whatever happens is pollution that happened at all of these places where people didn't take care of themselves. They started throwing rubbish. And what has happened for the state of Selangor specifically is that the state of Selangor has actually enforced that all of these places will be a no-go. Tutup kedai, no way that people can visit them anymore. So no more outing in Selangor.
Yeah, it's good because who is to bring? It's those people to go there. Yeah, I'm afraid. Yes, we would like to enjoy ourselves. First, everyone seems to jam there at the same week on the weekends and crowded. And when they finish enjoying themselves, they do not clean up. Everything is thrown. I saw pictures like at the waterfall area. It's full of rubbishes. Those plastic bags. Boxes when they dump out the foods there and have picnic and all those things. A priest has some culture, doesn't need to be educated, to keep our environment clean.
No, itulah. I mean, like, we are setting a very, very bad example to the children. Imagine, kalau you ada anak, you sebagai bapa, or if you're like the father or the mother, and then you start throwing rubbish away just like that. Imagine what your children would do. They would do the same freaking thing. Monkey see, monkey do. At the end of the day, you are setting the example of not being a proper human being, not even being a good citizen, but a human being no less. Throwing rubbish just like that, not taking care of anything. You know what, Mavis? Sebenarnya kan, Malaysians, we have this mentality, alah tak apalah kita buang, nanti ada orang bersihkan. They're always thinking that somebody else is going to pick up their rubbish after that. Stupid lah.
That's the mentality of them. I mean, I did say the brains is not in the heads, it's in the asshole. But wrong, different location. The brain is not up here, it's down there somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, like, it is. I mean, like, just to extend whatever it is that has been reported, Selangor can't really enjoy all of these things anymore because the authorities have actually place all of these places off limits, and the issue is not about needing a permit or being vaccinated. It's all about recreational venues in forest reserve that are currently closed because the fact that they do not know how to take care of themselves. One thing is about the physical distancing, and the other one is about taking care of their possessions as well as rubbish and whatnot. Padan muka kan? I mean, like, this is well deserved.
I'm glad the state government took actions before further damage. And I hope other states follow the same. It's not just probably the culture of Selangor folks, it's the culture of everywhere. So I hope the state governments also limit off those forest reserve areas where they come and picnic and all these things. I can tell you a story. This is sometime a year plus before the pandemic, before the time everyone know about COVID-19. This is very near where we are. Zoo Negara.
Yep.
Behind that, I think that's a forest reserve.
Kemensa.
Behind Zoo Negara, is it Ulu Klang? You call it that?
Kemensa. The area is called Kemensa.
Yeah, I believe it's a forest reserve area. There are nice streams, flowing, and all these things. There are few food stalls not just selling food. They're actually like restaurants, like set up there, and they set the tables on the streams itself.
Oh, that's the experience of eating in the river, right?
Yeah, I don't mind. Probably is you eat by the river. You eat in the streams, in the river. First, you pollute your dirty food. You're gonna kill all those fishes, whatever it is. You wash
You
your
nak cuci kaki mah, you want to have your feet, dipped into the river because you nak sejuk. You want to you want to
yeah,
embrace the
yes,
nature.
because we are so selfish. You're going to pollute the river. And second, when you serve food, talking about real food that you curry, whatever it is, eating there, your food might drop into the river, and then bring Malaysians. Those people who clean up, probably also those leftover, just throw into the river.
Yeah.
When I say protect, or I'm actually feeding the fish. Please, that is a streams, clear water streams, and don't turn into a Kali Laksa rendang stream.
No, I mean, yeah. I mean, like, it has been.
The authorities of that area, the margins to put a stop to it is not encouraged. I don't think. I think those NGOs who protect natures should boycott. I mean, now I don't know where they operate, but I want to have a visit there. If that we will see it, I will report to at now, and I bring up an issue with the local authorities there.
Yeah. No, I mean, no, personally, my own thinking is that, all this kind of things, I understand the marketing side of it. People want to make business, they want to be one with the nature, but there are still a lot of things, or should I say, there are things that everyone should really be aware of what can and what cannot be done in regards of preserving our nature, at least, because again, natures are not something that you can just tanam today and tomorrow the tree is already like 7 feet high, that kind of a thing. It takes time for us to really take care of our nature.
Go
It
to
is
Sungai Klang lah, deep water, brown.
just simply open up there at Sungai Klang, right, with all the smell and oh my god.
And and I saw those people who eat there, they post it, the video on their Facebook. The water is clear, Hey, where you find such a place in Klang Valley anymore? It's so close to the city, Please preserve it, So
yeah, it is. As what our what you call it, our viewers actually said that 50% of Malaysians have no civic minded anymore, never think about others. I actually totally believe with you, Hong Pat. It is so true in whatever it is that's happening. All we can actually hope for, all we can actually wish for, is that at least people like us, Hong Fat, people like us, the responsible ones, we would teach the people surround us. We would teach our community, we would teach our daughters, our sons, our fathers, our mothers, our aunties, uncle, whoever it is. We can teach them because these are the people who are close to us. Make sure that we remind ourselves more often than not, so that the good traits, the common sense, as I always say, may not be common anymore, but we need to make it common again moving forward. So tak boleh nak pergi pantai, tak boleh nak pergi sungai dah lah lepas ni, Melvin, sebab dah kena tutup.
Good. Serve them right.
Serve them right. All right, that's enough for the second topic, but there's actually a couple of more topics that we want to bring out to you guys. One of the things that we want to highlight is that, as you may or may not have read in the news, that more projects, or should I say more shortlisted dream vacation places, will be opening up soon, as what was reported by our Ministry of Tourism, which is Datuk Sri Nancy Shukri, which she said that 3 places, Genting Highlands, Tioman Island, as well as Malacca, will be shortlisted as to be a proposed travel bubble vacation spot. Great news, right?
Great news, but Malacca started earlier. When remember we had this video, the Batu Gajah was so stressed of jam.
Alo Gajah, Batu Gajah is in Perak, ma. Alo Gajah.
Alo Gajah, the stress of jam. So he started before she announced it. But please be careful. Tioman, I believe, Tioman capacity is limited. But you're talking about mainland Genting, it could be tens of thousands people can go up there. Please limit the number, the members. The number of people going up, so they could have set a roadblock.
No. One thing I nak tanya you, Melvin. Okay, I understand the whole concept about Tioman Island. I understood the concept about Langkawi Island, and I also understood the sense of Pangkor Island, because
Yeah,
these places are island. You cannot reach these places using conventional transportation, which is a motorcycle or motorcar,
yeah,
automobile. But when you look at Genting, when you look at Melaka, how is it gonna be a bubble? Because you literally could come from all different directions with all sorts of transportation. You can even go by parachute if you wanted to. So how would you
Well,
control this
Genting
kind
is
of
a bit
thing?
hard. Genting is a bit hard. That's why I say
Yeah.
we should have a road block. Just
Hmm.
when you travel, you have to turn left up to Genting. There's only road up to Genting, I believe.
Yep.
So they should take the number of the day. Okay, today I only limit 5,000 visitors, so they have to have the
So you mean
so-called
to say
number
that the
two.
police or the guard, whoever it is at the guardhouse in front, literally needs to count everyone in the car or
Number,
everyone
yeah,
in the
yes,
bus?
okay. This 2 person, 3 persons. Yes, I mean, besides those people who are already working there, they have to need the number, because a lot of people. I mean, I can drive there to have a few hours there and come back. So the
Yep.
weekend will be jammed up again. So
Mm.
limit is yes, you can go up, but to make the pilot project a success, we have to limit the number, because that one you can cycle, you can actually take your motorbike or your four wheels. We don't want to jam up place.
Yeah.
So if
But
they
but
do
I mean, Genting Highlands has always been synonymous with jam. You look at Chinese New Year, you don't even look at Chinese New Year. You look at Chinese New Year, Hari Raya, Christmas, whatever. No, even
very
on
long and
normal
it will be
Saturday,
jam
also
up.
jam lah going up there.
Yeah. So you should limit, okay, the number of people are
Hmm.
allowed to go up to Genting. So by the foothill, you take numbers, the authorities. Okay. That is my suggestions.
All right.
Malacca is a bit difficult
Yeah.
because I say every angle can come in. You can actually swim over from Mendang.
Yeah. How do you control the head count for Malacca? It's a bit I mean, like, it's very hard to do, but we do really want to hear from Datuk Sri Nancy Shukri in regards of what her plans are, what is the proposed plan for people to visit Malacca, because like it or not, at the end of the day, Malacca has always been a famous tourist spot, not just for us local, but international as well. A lot of people visit Malacca because it is such an easy distance to go drive through, and it does generate a lot of income to the nation as well in regards of tourism. But really, the ministry and the people in charge of this really need to really understand and really share with us visitors, prospect tourists, on what it is that needs to be done, what cannot be done, and so on. That's
And
about
I,
tourism.
and I
One
bit
more you want
worried
to add?
about Roman. Sorry, I have to say this. I'm a bit worried about East Coast Island, because it's a bad time. It's the
Yeah.
start of bad time to travel there.
Yeah,
The winds
because
will
of
be
musim
very strong.
tengkujuh, because of the monsoon season, yeah, now may not be the a great time
Yeah.
for you guys to actually visit all the
So it's
islands
very
in the east.
dangerous. It's very
Yeah.
dangerous. So I hope Dr. Sri Nancy don't promote for the sake of promoting.
Mhm.
It's
Maybe
not.
it's just
It
a
will be
teaser.
the rough sea will take
Yeah.
your life.
Yeah, maybe it's just a teaser for what's to come in the month of March or April next year. Maybe, they
Yeah,
want to
yeah.
start it slowly to make sure that they got all of the things right. Okay.
Right.
Jumping to the last topic that we want to handle. Yesterday, we already covered this topic about alongs, about people being threatened because of loan sharks. And apparently, the rich are also having trouble with loan sharks, because the rich, they cannot pay their loan shark deals anymore. So they burn their car. They not just a Proton Saga car, okay, not just a Produa Myvi car, okay. They burn their Bentleys in order to get money from insurance to pay the loan sharks. What the heck is going on, lah, Melvin?
Okay, let's say we have actually touched on topics of loan shark, right?
Yeah.
Then happens in the evening. I read this article. I have a big laugh when they have this so-called the owners actually burn their own luxurious car to hoping to get claims from the insurance company to pay the along.
Yeah, no. My question to this is, if you first of all could actually afford a Bentley, how difficult must your financial status be? The fact that you had to borrow from the loan shark, because our concern
Um,
previously was people who were troubled because they lost their jobs, because they
I,
couldn't feed their family. So that's our
I
concern before. But ini dah lain cerita dah ni, Melvin.
okay. My thoughts is this. Of course, during the good times, they're not super rich or rich. They have probably a business income
Mm-hmm.
available them to pay the installments.
Okay.
During the lockdown, business has been affected, loss of income. not only probably the installments of the car, other things as well. I'm not loving as for the sake of loving. Then probably they have their own reasons. So they pay the rental, they pay the gaji and all these things. They start borrowing from loan shark, and now they come after that because yesterday we addressed. It's not just a percent. The interest, they have all hidden costs and tell you later that, oh, actually there's more and more and more, and that is their daily interest is on daily, not on monthly. So it's been accumulated, and then they are forced to pay. And probably, I say, when people at that stage probably could not think so-called logically, they say, oh, what's it? It's burn my property, burn this car, and I get insurance to pay me out and all these things.
So yeah, I foresee that looking down the line, with our daily episodes, this is not the last time that we're going to be touching on this particular topic. Same case, with mental health issues that we've always brought it up with COVID issues. I think this is also one of the topics that will always come to mind because we need to remind everyone out there on how difficult things can be, on how difficult, all of the stuff that we need to do. But whatever it is, you need to make sure that you take care of yourself and your family first. Almost.
So
that's a very.
I hope that the guy who burned it. I'm sure he has probably that's a way out for him. But I hope that things settle. And please, loan shark people, please have mercy. Even your license, I think your license not allowed you to harass people. And this our dear friends, the Prince of Kulai Chua. He sent early morning. I woke up. He sent me his message. He has been. I say I can't read Chinese. I share this with you, Mil. He has been warned because he actually voiced out for this girl lady that's been harassed because the father borrowed money, and he has been warned that to keep so-called do not be a busybody, or else will burn your house down. Hey, even to MCA guys, I know.
Yeah. The last thing on this, of course, we want to make sure that everyone is it is safe out there. So our best wishes is to our compatriot Chua down there in Kulai, and to everyone else for that matter. Never stop upholding the law. Never stop in trying to help people who needs help. At the end of the day, you are only strong when you're doing something right, and this is what we do at Act Now. We want to make sure that we protect the ones who needs protection rather than people who are committing all of this not so nice stuff. Melvin comes banyak dah cerita dah ni. Oh my god, we're almost running out of time here, but thank you so much, Melvin, once again.
It's always nice to have you around.
Oh, always, of course. Likewise, tomorrow same time.
See you. Awesome. I ordered food today. I didn't cook.
All right, enjoy your lunch, Melvin. See you. Thanks.
You too. Bye.
All right, guys, that was Melvin together with myself talking about the hottest issues that's happening throughout our daily lives. Make sure you guys do tune in to us every single day from Monday to Friday at 12 o'clock in the afternoon to get your latest dose of hot issues here at What's for Lunch. All right, Mio Adlan here signing out. Hope you guys have a great Wednesday and hope to see you guys again very, very soon in the near future. Take care. Goodbye.